gavel. Anyway, bring the South Dearborn Regional Sewer District to order.
He's in charge.
Chris?
Yeah.
He's first up on the agenda is going to be the approval of the meeting minutes from the October meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented in your packets.
Make a motion.
We got a first, get a second.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Pat, can I get a signature date on the bottom of that anywhere?
Will do.
I think I brought it with me. If not, I'll have to hunt you down.
That's fine.
All right. Next on the agenda is going to be the presentations of the O&M report for the month of October. Section 1 there on the O&M report, put it under employee morale initiatives. The union contract was negotiated, tentatively agreed upon. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the agenda. We started interviews for the open position during the month of October. Nathan, Mitchell Stark, and myself, we've met on the project. Project B, progress meeting, not a whole lot going on there. I'll talk about that next in the agenda 2. Operational highlights, nothing really changing much in that paragraph up there. October was the last month we have to do E. coli testing, so switch that over in November. Charts, we were at 47% on flow, 98.6 on BOD, 92.3 on TSS, 93.4 on ammonia, and phosphorus we were at 75. Bottom chart there, nothing's really changed drastically on that. Solids production or processing down a little bit, as we predicted it would be with the project. So nothing really to talk about in that. Section 2 is the budget report. We'll do that when Becky gets her budget. Section 3, compliance report. Submitted the DMR and MROs for September. They were violation free. Still working on October, but those look good as well. I've submitted, again, I keep this on here because I haven't heard back yet, but I've submitted the Ohio EPA sludge permit renewal application to them. And that one's so that we can haul sludge to Rumpke. It's been several months, haven't heard anything back on that, so. We started the DMR QA testing for Study 45. That's our yearly requirement to certify our lab. As I talked about last month, we missed the ammonia this year by 0.6. I ordered a quick response to that, and we will be running that today, I believe, because I just got the other one. They threw a new requirement at us this year. Thank you, MGP. I have to run a BOD instead of a CBOD as well, so I had to order another quick response for that because we run lab work for MGP, and their permit requires them BOD, not CBOD. So shouldn't be any issues as far as anything goes, but that's a new requirement. We both have talked to them and tried to convince them that we've never done that before, and they just were not budging. So,
was there any reason for it?
She just said that that's.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
That's what's in our permit, so that's what they have to do.
So the only difference in the testing
Yeah.
is CBOD, you add nitrification inhibitor to the samples like we do for ours. BOD, you do not. That's literally the only difference. So, we'll run that. We're going to do that either today or tomorrow in our lab. So we'll get those off. That's due to be reported in no later than November 21st to ERA to get our grade, and then once we get that, I'll submit it to IDEM and certify all the testing and then some. So, Number 5 there is the NPDES permit renewal. It was submitted. I have talked to our permit writer via email a couple times back and forth. So far, there's no questions. She's hoping to have a draft permit out, what'd she tell me? Early November. Yeah, early November. I don't foresee any additions to our permit, but
I have a call from mailbox 116.
Does it all the time. We don't know why.
So, obviously, I won't know that till we get further through this process, but that application was submitted. We're working through that. I need to get a signature on the signature page, because they changed the way that is, so we'll do that today at some point. I used to be able to sign for that, but now they want the owner, which is going to be the board president, to sign that, so we'll get that signed off on today. So that's about all I got on compliance right now. Maintenance report, again, it's just kind of where I keep a little log of some of the activities throughout the month. Maintenance issues to discuss. The number 1 and number 2 they carry over each month until I can figure out how to get these 2 fixed. And number 3 I added this month. We could have been working with LMU a little bit on this. We could have another potential water leak somewhere in the plant that I have not been able to find yet, but our water usage spiked up the middle of September and has not come back down. So we are actively trying to figure out what and where that came from, because I found one earlier in the year. We fixed it and our water usage went like substantially down, and then it spiked back up in September. So we're trying to figure that out.
What kind of spike are we talking?
We're using about 11,000 gallons of water a day.
Oh, shit.
I've seen that on the building, I'm like, wow.
So,
You think it's on that 2-inch line out in the yard?
man, as dry as it's been, I would say, because it would be, I mean, you're looking at 300+ thousand gallons of water. It would have surfaced in the yard somewhere. I'm almost wondering if it ain't in a building. So,
Remember at one time we found it when we drained the
yeah.
primary, or not primaries, but the aeration come up to the.
So we did, the clarifiers being empty. I mean, I kind of ruled out anything around the clarifier. It would have been coming through the ground caps on that. When we dropped the southwest for the project, which I'll talk about here in a few minutes, we did have a little water come through one ground cap, but we opened it up and it stopped. Like it was, I don't know if it was like kind of cocked open as we was draining it and it lost its pressure, but I mean, I opened it up and it literally just stopped flowing. So I was like, ooh, I might have my water leak, but it would have kept leaking if it was a water leak. So anyway, we got something going on. I'm trying to find it. Been working. Gary come over. He walked the buildings with us. We're seeing what we can do. If I find it, I'll get it fixed as quick as possible.
Right, it's
Yeah,
finding,
I went back through and looked at water usage, I'm like, wow, we should be using less.
Yeah.
right, if it's leaking out there, it's finding the path of least, I mean, it's going into a ditch and then running over the hill somewhere, or going down into the silt and all that stuff that's in there or whatever.
It's all in there anyway.
Right, so I mean, it's gonna be tough. Like I said, we'll, by shutting, if you valve off just the meter stops going, so stop use. So it indicates it's on that side, but if we don't find something sooner or later, we'll change that meter out anyway, just to double check and make sure that meter is reading accurate. But right now, I'm 99.9% sure it's going through it somewhere, but like I said, we went through the building, we listened, we couldn't hear anything, walked the grounds.
I shut it off after like a week later. I shut off the building and left the yard open. And then I shut the yard and opened the building, and then I shut them all off. And it wasn't showing an indication of water going anywhere at that point. So I don't know. Something's going on. We're gonna find it and we'll get it fixed. But
Have you tried shutting all the valves in front of the hydrants to see if there's a?
yeah, so we have them all shut except one now, just because they're all leaking like they were, throughout the years. So we basically shut them off at the valve anyway until we can get all the hydrants replaced, which we're starting to do. But anyway, there's a water leak. We'll find it somewhere eventually. hopefully. That's all I got on the O and M report. Is there any questions
I
on
got
it?
a question on number 12 on the maintenance.
Yes,
You
sir.
say there's a power outage, and number 2 jet mixer started up against a closed valve. How did it leak? Did it leak out the shaft, or what happened?
Well, those jet mixers, we come to find out that it's, I don't remember the exact name, but I'm gonna call it a dynamic seal is what's inside those. So they have to be flowing at a certain speed for the seal to be completely sealed, if that makes sense.
Centrifugal force.
Yeah. So number 2, I think it was, the one in the middle, was completely valved off because we weren't using it. But in the SCADA system, it saw that number 1 or number 3 had an issue, so it tried to go to number 2. So it's one of those programming issues that I didn't think about being a problem, that we since had to have changed so that it doesn't call for, like, that's not one of those situations where we can put it as like a lead lag or standby, because those aren't automated valves. So when we shut those valves off, that pump can't start unless we physically have to go in and start it, you know what I mean? And I didn't think that when we were programming, so. We're gonna make that adjustment, but to answer your question, how it leaked was basically, it started up, it got to the speed that it needed to seal, except it couldn't go nowhere. So then it just pushed out the seal and it filled the base. I won't say filled, that's the wrong word. It was ankle deep in the basement. So we got it all cleaned up, had to replace the sump pump, but.
One other thing I wanted to bring up, sometime back, I think you had stated in your report that the fuses were blown in the screw conveyor. Did you guys get that rectified? The final
Yes.
product screw conveyor?
Yes.
Because I thought that was weird that they were blown with that new piece of equipment, blown fuses.
Yes, so upon further investigation, I would say it was probably a manufacturer error, because they were all like different size fuses. So we went back, I talked with Alex, who makes the equipment, he's like, no, they need to, I don't remember the exact number, but let's say they need to be 30 amp fuses. So we just ordered 30s and put them in, and it's been fine ever since.
So it wasn't a problem with the motor?
I don't think so. No, because once we changed it to the fuses that he called for, or that he said that it should be, that the motors call for, then everything's been running fine.
And last but not least, I
Sure.
asked you back in March about getting logos on your trucks, and you said you was working with the schools. Have you got anywhere with that yet?
So I sent some emails. I mean, quick answer, no. I haven't got anywhere. I sent some emails. I drew up a couple different, I should say I drew up. I had a couple different logos drew up from, fine place. Sinorama, thank you. So there's like a couple drafts sitting there that we could look at. But I thought it would be interesting if you could get like the schools involved to like come up with a logo. I mean, assuming schools were probably going to end up like turds drawn on a piece of paper or something. But anyway, I thought it'd be interesting to have the schools get involved in it, but I haven't got anywhere with that aspect. But there are a couple drafts sitting down at Sinorama that we could look at. The one that I thought, it kind of was a circle and it had each one of the city's logos inside of it, so that was one of them that's out there, but, so, quick answer, no, I haven't got anywhere on it.
School might surprise you. We did a art competition with South Dearborn to draw a project of an entire park for us, and our submissions were amazing.
And my son drew one, that was,
Did?
yeah, he had a putt-putt golf course and all kinds of stuff on it, it was kinda cool, but,
They might surprise you though.
yeah, so I think that would be neat, at least to pursue and see if they're interested in it, but,
All I can say is,
I didn't really get much response from Lawrenceburg.
2013 data, it's not been working this day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it needs to go to
We really
auction.
need to get our trucks done anymore.
They sign this page?
I do want to say that, Tommy, I'm glad you're back, buddy, because you keep this, the detail you bring to this is important.
Just here to help.
I know you are, and I appreciate it.
That's all I'm here for.
Yeah, no, I get it. You see things the rest of us don't see.
Well, I go down there too.
Well, I know you.
Go look at the wall and see where I sign in, because they make me sign it.
I do get visitors. Is there any other questions on the O and M report? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the O and M report as presented.
So moved.
Second.
A first, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, thank you. Moving on to next is going to be the district's financial report. I will give that to Becky first.
Okay, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I'm gonna make it short. Year-to-date, we are 200,984 under budget. It's mostly due to lower than expected expenses, and revenue is just slightly below budget. One thing I did want to point out, and Andy, you might be able to answer this. We're required to maintain a reserve account at Bank of New York Mellon related to the SRF loan. And right now, the balance in that account is $943,113.06. So that's money that is not available to us
Right. How long do we have to maintain it?
till 2027.
Oh, I thought that's what your question to me was gonna be.
We have to hold it until 2027, and we have to transfer about $24,000 every month into that account.
Okay.
And right now, our loan balance is $931, or $931,805.58. So we have enough in the reserve to pay off the loan. If we do that, we'd save like $3 million in interest over the next 30 years. Is that an option?
Is there an early payment penalty, Beck? Do you know that?
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up to see if that's an option, because that's money that's sitting there we can't use and we owe.
Why don't I send out an email and include you to Dennis, who was our bond counsel,
Okay,
and I'll put you two in contact so you could ask him. I wouldn't know where to start on.
okay.
I have questions.
Uh-huh.
I need to understand what you just said. So, we have to maintain money in the Bank of New York Mellon until 2027, correct?
Yes.
But we have a loan that we could afford to pay off. Where's that money come from?
Well, I was thinking we could use that reserve money to
That's
pay
in
towards the
Bank
loan.
of New York Mellon?
Yes.
Is there a balance that we have to keep in the Bank of New York Mellon until 2027?
Well, I think if the loan's gone, then we wouldn't have to, right?
Is that where the loan's from?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I think I
Well,
understand
the
what
bank
you're
sits with,
saying.
let's talk about that later, because.
Yeah, we'll get more answers from Dennis.
It's a
Okay.
really good catch, though.
Yeah.
Well, I was just kind of thinking, because we've got a lot in capital, but our operating, we're making the loan payments out of the operating account and that 25,000 or 24,000 that we send every month. So we're running a little low on the operating account. So I was just trying to think of some ways to supplement that.
That'd be great if we can.
If we have to do a transfer, we're gonna have to do it.
Right, it would at least cut it back a little bit. I
understand what you're saying.
Okay.
It makes sense.
just something to think about.
That's like a 30-year loan then, you're saying?
Yes.
What's the interest on that thing?
Total over the whole life of the loan is $5 million. Just something.
Yeah, something look, see, like,
I'll look into it some more, and
like Vince said, is there an early payment penalty or something? Okay.
we can look into
Even
it.
then, it's gotta be less than $3 million, doesn't it?
Right.
You know, I mean,
You'd hope.
yeah, exactly.
She went dumbfounded, like, is this a good move or not?
I know, I'm getting
I
myself
have to-
confused on
Yeah, I
it.
just have to think about it
Yeah.
a little deeper, but it's definitely a good move.
I was just kind of spitballing,
We're
thinking.
not required to hold a certain amount in that Bank of New York Mellon, but if we exhaust that loan, then why would we have to keep money in their bank?
Right,
That
we could,
makes sense, and we're exhausting that loan, this spring, that money will be gone.
Are we we getting any interest off that money that's in there?
A little bit.
We do a little bit, yeah,
Mhm.
but not,
Not enough to
not
offset.
enough to hold it.
Right.
I mean, it's not enough for us to be transferring 24,000.
Yeah, like 1,000 a month, I'd say, is probably.
Interesting, yeah, something to dig into for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, good catch.
That's all I have.
I will say that, part of the financials is, it's in here somewhere. The $55,293 under other fixed costs is because UV maintenance has not been purchased. I will be making a substantially large purchase from Trojan, before the end of this year. Price increase goes up like 12%. So I'm gonna make the purchase. We haven't purchased UV maintenance items, bulbs and sleeves, modules in 2 years. So last year I did not exhaust that budget item, and that was proved to be a bad decision on my part. So we will be ordering probably just under $70,000 worth of UV items for this year, and then that should cover us for the next 3, so there wouldn't be a large purchase, if that makes sense. Bulbs burn for a certain amount of hours, I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but basically 2 years the bulbs will burn before they become weak and don't serve their purpose the way they're supposed to, and you're supposed to replace them. So with the UV being put in auto and actually doing what it's supposed to do, and turning up intensity, turning down, switching banks, blah, 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 we should be good, but I do need, there will be a large purchase made by the end of this year for that. And that'll come out of the capital as we have it budgeted now.
Was that North Bank updated when they did the south side? Or is it the old side and they're still compatible?
They're,
Right, because the one closest to the building was
the
the
south,
old one, because we never had anything to the south, right?
correct, the south side is the new channel. The entire UV was updated as far as, like, structurally, there was things removed, there was things added.
I'm talking bulbs and
Bulbs and
modules.
controllers and all of that are the same
Okay,
as they
that's
were
what I was
before.
wondering. Because there's
And that's
years of
that's the
difference there.
side that we're going to be putting the money into that I'm talking about right now. But, so I just kinda wanted to call that out, that we haven't spent that yet, but it will be spent, and it's probably gonna be a little bit over that, just because I wanna make sure that we're set and avoid this price increase, because hopefully by the time we have to make our next purchase, hopefully the tariff thing is all figured out. We get back to being able to just order parts like we're supposed to, so. But I did wanna call that out. Is there any, questions on the financial report as presented by Becky? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the financial report as given.
Motion?
Second.
First, got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, thank you. Next up, we're gonna pay bills. We're gonna pay the monthly bills, the regular monthly bills first. Is there any questions on?
I got one question on the vouchers. The skimmer arm, is that one, something for the west plant from B.L. Anderson?
Yes, the
Skimmer wiper?
Did we do that out of regular, did we do that out of?
Capital, 5,377.
Yeah.
That is the rubbers that go across the west plant. That's new rubbers for the entire west plant.
So you got both sides, that's one of my questions. You got both sides.
We did not, I did not include that in the project when we did it, because that's what they're working on now. Because I just assumed that we had it, because I thought we could use the old conveyor rubber that we have coiled up out back, but it was too stiff. So we purchased new rubber. You got the whole thing redone, it made sense.
My
to put
question
new
was,
rubber.
it was for both, that's what I
Yep,
was getting at.
both of them. Any other questions on the bill packet? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to pay the monthly bills as presented.
So moved.
Second.
First, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, thank you. I will give that a minute to go around while I figure out the rest of them.
Just one page.
I did the Indiana pump and the B.L. Anderson. Yeah, so there's 2 capital, 2 SRF trucks.
Indiana pump probably should fit in with it. I was wasn't sure, like, if it was that amount.
Hey, it took a lot of years to get me. That's right.
Put the Y after it.
That's right. Took a lot of years to get me to actually be able to spell name.
Yeah, they'll put it right.
You know, when I first started at the clinic, you'd be surprised how many men put in that.
You're a maintenance.
Yeah. Still didn't know how to read it. It always
Well, I
surprised
got
me.
hair though. Hair like that.
They'd ask me to fill the check out.
Hairline's already gone.
They
Thank
were
the
very
army
full.
for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, young
Put an
man.
X.
Back when you used to have the old time card, they had the dog ear with the time card, and they couldn't read the name on the time card. That's a true story.
I'll just stay up for Christmas Tuesday.
I will.
You remember Bob Teaser?
Here, this is pretty.
He was
Wait,
always,
Where's your special fancy pen?
Letting everybody
3 times a
get
year, he'd
settled.
go over and he'd dog ear every time card.
All right, next up, we're gonna pay
That'd be
the, depreciation vouchers or capital vouchers or whatever terminology you'd like to use in that spot. We have 2 of those for this month. One for Indiana Pump Works for $1,400. That was to purchase a, 1 horsepower grinder sump pump, to use in applications when we were working on the bar screen and stuff like that, where you got a bunch of debris in there, and you just keep plugging up a regular sump pump. That's what that one was. The next capital one is, the B.L. Anderson one that we just spoke about for $5,377.66. It's for new rubbers on the West Plant clarifier. I would like to approve these as a combo item if we can, if you guys don't mind doing that. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the 2
So moved.
capitals.
Second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, thank you.
How'd that little sump pump work?
Yes, sir.
It work
It
good?
actually works really good.
T-Mobile.
It moves some stuff. I mean, it's
Our things.
nice.
Yeah.
Did you get that bar
Let's
screen?
fry a mess more. Does it get any
No.
better than being fry a mess more?
Every back on mine,
Lights
oh, I'm
on,
coming down,
registered.
check that out. I gotta go get your name.
It
Hey,
was,
what'd that sign cost on that?
it was touch and go for a little while, cause it just kept bending arms.
Oh, I
Like,
remember you
County,
saying.
not state.
I told Pam.
Did you figure out what happened there, something down in there?
I think when it got snagged up, I think what happened was,
Just lights.
I told Pam it was 50, so I'm
I can't remember
52.
exactly.
Yeah.
You thought maybe when it shut down originally, and you fired back up.
They've
there
painted
was
it since
something
I've been.
in the channel.
Yeah, so I think it was grit.
They did something.
Like there was a bunch of grit in the bottom, and it kicked it, it didn't like, remember how the old one kicked
you
on
guys
the
paid
top
for
and
it?
kind of just mangled everything? This one didn't do
I
that.
don't know if they
It's like-
painted, but
it's
they
like
shut
it
it
skipped
down
a
for
tooth.
3 days or something.
So
Got
Sure.
out time, so it's good.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
didn't paint
so
it.
we
That was an inspection.
Oh, okay.
put it up,
That was when the
leveled,
flood
and then we just
Yeah.
released
Then
it
they had
and
an
let it fall
inspection
to
after
its
the
spot.
flood.
And then we put it back together. Is basically how we aligned it.
Somebody puts me on that board someday.
Don't be selling that autograph.
All right, next up is the, special vouchers for Project B. We have 2 of those as well. We have the first project draw, for the amount of am I on the wrong page?
That 104, 630, 01, is that?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
104, 630, 01. And then we have another one for
5825?
Yeah, 58.
why am I not?
They're at the
Yeah,
bottom.
5825, sorry.
Yeah,
Did I not
okay.
put it on the back?
No, it's on there.
It's on
I don't know
there.
what I'm doing.
Okay.
Anyway, I got one for 104, 630, 01, and I got one for $5,825.
I'll make a motion.
007. I get a motion, I have a motion to approve
Second.
these, I got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, I need to see that one when we're done. I wanna look at it.
I'll bring them back to you like I always do.
Um,
Thank you, sir.
I'll go ahead while those are going around, I'll move on to old business, or unfinished business. First up's gonna be the 2025 wastewater treatment plant improvement projects. Nathan texted me this morning and was not able to make it today, so I will do my best to run through that. There's not a whole lot going on. The northwest clarifier has been completed. The blasting, the painting, some small bits of metal repair, that was needed are done. That one's done and back online. The only thing missing is the rubber, which is paid for and is on site. We're just waiting to get it installed. We're waiting on one more piece of metal that holds the rubber on. I didn't like the condition it was in, so we're having new metal delivered to put on, and it'll be painted, whatever. We've drained the southwest clarifier. They have, it looks to be, if they do it in the same order they did the northwest, they're pretty much about done blasting it. They're primering it now. So that's where we're at. The south one's drained and they're working on it. Pretty much all primered and blasted. And we'll have a couple coats top. Not a whole lot of metal repair needed on them. A little bits here and there, nothing drastic, so got lucky on that. And the, what's it called, the washer compactor for the bar screen, that part of the project is set to be delivered, I want to say in December, so they'll move on site shortly thereafter and we'll start getting that part of it installed, so. Not a whole lot. This project really will start kicking off, I think, more in the spring, once we get material on site and blowers, and then that's kind of what we're waiting on, is the blower. Springtime, you'll see that pick up. Is there, any questions on the project that I gave you, the update? Okay, I don't need a motion or anything on that, I just wanted to make sure you didn't have questions. Next up's gonna be the meter replacement project I'm working on. I'll give an update on that. It's basically the same thing. We run into an issue trying to get through the conduit that runs from the vault out front to the building. Exploring different options of whether I want to try to have something bored, or if I want to, because I don't want to cut the driveway to figure out why the conduit's collapsed. We ran a camera through, kind of looks like it might just be plugged up with stuff, so I'm going to try to cut the conduit inside the vault and see if I can get whatever it is moved out of it, and see if we can go that route, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it without tearing the new blacktop up, so that's where we're at, kind of stalled out, meters.
You can go over hanging in the truck's going through it, can you? Probably get it
You
painted.
probably could cut, well, either way, you're still gonna end up having to do something in blacktop, because the way that vault sits in the main drive, it's not clear on one side or the other, you know what I mean? So you'd have to go one way or the other. The easiest option right now in my mind is, if I can't get that conduit freed, it's gonna be, we're gonna bore from the vault to the grass strip by the fence on what would be the east side of the plant. We'll carry that under the fencing, we'll put a little platform in, and we'll do them inside a box right inside the fence, to get them out of the vault. That's kind of the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is I get this conduit free it up so that we can actually use it and get those inside a building like we wanted to do in the first place, so.
That's the displays, right?
Yeah, everything except the meter heads that will be attached to the piping. So that's kind of where that's at. Nothing crazy on that. Roof and soffit replacement update. Nathan was working on that. We did the, I forgot to delete that. The task order was done last month for the design bidding of that project. We're going to utilize, we're able to utilize a lot of the 97 drawings that have the roof design already, so we're not redesigning anything, so we're going to use that. But putting the bid packet together, we're hoping to have that out his goal right now is, because he didn't wanna do it around the holidays, because you're gonna miss people bidding on it, just because they're out of the office and whatnot, so the goal was to try to shoot that out at the beginning of the year, and get that project up and running by spring. But all of the legwork that needs to be done will be done prior to that. But the bids will actually go out, I think, at the first of the year. That's kind of our goal right now. So, that's what we got on that. Next is going to be the employee open position. And we got two of the members, all three of you are here, so. We ended up doing, I think we ended up doing 7 interviews. We all really liked one. We put an offer out to offer them the position. They turned it down. I spoke with the interviewing committee, the hiring committee. Number 2 on the list, which actually was candidate number 4. We talked about it. They all wanted me to offer that position out. I have not officially offered that position out because I knew we had a board meeting today. I thought if you guys want to talk about it, go ahead. This is the perfect time. So.
Is he still interested? Have you talked to him?
I did ask that question, and yes, he is still interested.
Okay.
So out of the 7, we probably had, would you say, 3 strong candidates?
Yes.
The one was a
Every bit.
rock star, but he was taking a huge pay cut, so we just made it very clear, like, you need to go talk to your family and make sure this is something you should and could do. I think the denial, if I'm not wrong, was probably related to that. But I think our second choice is just as great of a candidate, personally.
I do too.
So, I did reach out to the second choice once I heard back from the first choice, and he is still interested. I kind of left it as we'll discuss it later this week, and we'll go from there. So,
You need a motion?
I mean, yeah, just to make it legit, I would entertain a motion to extend an official offer to candidate number 4.
So moved.
Second.
We have first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. I'll get that taken care of this week, start that process.
Now, were we gonna start his insurance right away?
During the negotiations, it was decided that it would be the first of the month after you're hired, because that's just how our billing cycle runs through our insurance company. So let's just assume he starts in November, it would be December 1st. If he started in October, it'd be November 1st.
You might want to explain that to him.
And if it helps to push his hire date closer to the end of the month, I don't know that we would be any opposition from me.
No.
So the other caveat that I was going to discuss with the candidate was, you're coming in around 2 major holidays where they're back-to-back days, and technically, you either A, don't get paid, or you work them for straight time until your 90 days are up. So, we're gonna discuss that and see how he feels about that as well, because, I mean, like you said, if it pushes it a little bit to avoid some of that, then maybe that's what it does.
Yeah.
We're not, like, crushed right now for manpower, but the other guy is definitely going to be.
That was just a laborer / operator position, right?
It's technical.
You guys went to operators, but everybody's a laborer now.
Yeah, everyone.
Callis Lane was your laborer that moved to second shift.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an operator's position.
Anyway,
It'd be a new hire operator position.
gotcha. I know.
You know, you're gonna have to deal with the 90 days whenever you start. That's just life.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning to go around that, but it's like, realistically, if I called him today and he puts in 2 weeks, he's already missed Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of where I was just kind of make sure that he understands that you're either working 2 days for straight time, or you're taking them off unpaid. I feel like that's something you should be upfront and honest about before you bring them in, so. Anyway, cool, that's taken care of, we got a motion, we're good. I didn't know, I do have a question, just to make sure I put this in the right spot. Would that, Andy, is the next item, the union contract, would that be under unfinished business since we started it last month, or should it have been new business since it's open? I'm just curious for my future.
I mean, it was a discussion last month, so I would have put it under old business. Your agenda's just guideposts. It's not anything you actually have to stick to.
Okay. Thank you. So next up is the union contract. It was negotiated. I have on here action requested because I don't know if we vote to ratify it right now or we wait till next month, because I think there might still be a couple items we have to do a little bit more research on. But you guys tell me what your thoughts are. You guys.
Did they accept it yet? I mean, I knew they were looking it over.
The union did hold a meeting, they voted, and it passed on their end. So if we was to, I guess the correct term might be ratify it today, then that would be what it is.
Is there some more, you're doing work on?
That,
What's that?
What would you want to look over?
I personally think there's a part in there that we, as,
I have questions.
we as the board need to pursue a little further research on, and that, I mean, basically, that's gonna be the life insurance policy needs to be researched a little deeper. Because there's a tax liability, I believe, to anything over $50,000, which is why it got moved to $50,000.
$50,000 the first time, yeah.
The first time. But now it's back to what it used to be, which is 1 year's salary. So, I don't know if you guys wanna research that further and understand what that impact's gonna be, or
Tax liability to them or to us?
to us. If I remember correctly, I might have been a steward when that happened. The original one. A couple times.
Didn't represent very well.
What's the average yearly wage for them guys?
Oh, God, you're looking at 60
60
probably.
something.
60-something?
You don't know that, who's on this committee?
Well, just an average.
How is that a tax liability for the district?
I'm pretty sure that the
We'll
way
hit
it
you
was
with that
explained
stop
when
arm
it was
again.
changed originally from 1 year of life, or 1 year salary to $50,000 was, it was explained to everybody at that time that the government decided that if your company offers you more than $50,000, the company has to pay taxes on that as some sort of benefit. I'm not a
If they
huge tax guy,
get
but
the benefit, right?
I thought it was as like an offering of it. I could be wrong, that's
I
what I'm
can't
saying, is I
remember.
think that, not that I don't, I mean, I agree that it's right and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
However, I don't know that you'd wanna just ratify that without at least understanding that a little deeper. It looks like Andy's down there clicking away trying to figure that out.
Yeah, they're,
I thought it was taxable to the employee.
That's what I would
I'm
think.
thinking it is, we pay a tax on a benefit.
Yeah, so this is
Tax
from,
on us.
It would be the
so this is from Malden and Jenkins. It's an office I don't know anything about, but I assume they did better in tax law than I did. The first 50,000 of group term life insurance coverage that your employer provides is excluded from taxable income and doesn't add anything to your income tax bill. But the employer paid cost of group term coverage in excess of 50,000 is taxable income to you. Is what they say.
So 50 of it's tax-free no matter what. You only get
And it's
tax
the
on
excess,
10% of it?
the amount above
For
50.
10,000 or?
I have
60?
no idea, so I'm like literally, I'm just throwing out things that I thought was an issue that needed to be.
That was a question I had as well.
Andy, when you said you, did you mean employee?
Yes, that's the
what
way I read
makes
it too.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I read
So
it.
it's 25% of,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
worry about it, just a little
Yeah,
extra money for them.
beneficiaries would pay, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I just, again, it was something that was brought up when I was
still better than 50.
a while
oh,
back
yeah,
on a
wow.
Oh, yeah.
committee doing this, that I just wanted to make sure that we understood as a board that something was there that was different than it should.
Well, if that's the way the tax law reads, I wouldn't be worried about it.
So, anyway,
Are the mayor's ready to ratify, or do you guys think?
there are more
I have
questions?
questions, if I can ask questions.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I think, I don't see why we couldn't.
Assuming yes. Page 5, I did see you guys went from like 75 to 300,
Mhm.
but you did decreasing for 2 hours. I don't know how you did that, but that's pretty well.
This is good.
Yeah.
Vince is very convincing.
Okay, on vacations, you added something new in, paragraph 1. Each year, I got this all highlighted, each year employee's anniversary of employment. So you're basically saying here that's when their, uh, vacation starts. You're going by the day that they're hired.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. That wasn't in there before, it was before, but now it's back in there again.
It's in there because I have had a couple employees who think they get an extra week's vacation when they start the beginning of that year that
Gotcha.
they're working on. So
Well,
to
I just
clear
see
that
it's in
up,
there.
the language was edited it a little bit.
Okay. And you moved them from 6 to 5, I like that, that's cool. You got something there on, for leaving death in the family, you added new, that request, so they'll get the extra time with no pay and it won't go against them at all?
Yeah, they'd have to ask ahead of time before they went, they just can't go and then 3 or 4 days
While they're
later
down
say,
there,
I need
call
another
you
week.
and say.
So
They
if
need
your
to know
cousin
when they're
dies
leaving.
in Alabama or something. then
In
you
advance,
say, hey,
okay.
Yeah.
I get an extra 2 days to
I
travel and
understand.
get back.
This is stuff that I never seen when I was there. It seems like the sewer district's moving up to number 2 spot. Used to be Lawrenceburg, Greendale, now it's sewer district.
Progressive.
Progressive.
God, Naney.
After I leave too, you know what I mean? I ain't laughing. I seen that first contract 3 mayors did, they give them $1.75 an hour raise, I'm like, what? But I got 1% from the previous board. Yeah. That was good. That was good. I'm just going over what I highlighted.
Take your time, man.
Oh, I'm going to. Rush me. Okay, this one that I have a little concern with is under your wages, page 16. On your class 1, 2, 3, and 4 license, they went up substantially. You guys went up substantial on that. Like the class 1 went up 233%, was 15, it's now 35 cents. What I'm getting at here is if you listen to me, the way I look at this right now, and I don't care one way or the other. How many class 1s you got right now?
3.
How many class 2s you got?
None.
Okay. I mean, potentially, someone lower than your maintenance man, which could be a maintenance person, could go get a class 4 and make more money than maintenance
Could, yes.
foreman. Yes, I'm just saying.
We encourage that, we want them to get more
Okay,
education.
well, I'm just telling you, I get that, because we need operators, we all get
Yeah.
that. Look what we had ended up with there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but,
It was
yeah.
also slightly embarrassing to say in an interview, do you wanna do some continued education?
And
And
only
they say,
a little
absolutely.
bit.
We say,
Okay.
alright, cool, we'll give you 10 cents
I'm
more.
with it, I'm surprised you just didn't try to change the classification if you got this happening, you know what I mean?
Just as an example, the increase from 15 cents to 50 cents for class 1 would cost, with 3 class 1s, 40 hours a week is a $21.84 increase to the district for the year, $2,184. So it's an extra $700 and some for them.
And Andy, you said you corrected that other stuff, right? Like the last page and how that one.
I had said in the
paragraph
email that,
broke up.
I said in the email that we needed to print off the evaluation form that wasn't screwed up. Because the one that was attached didn't have the numbers anymore to where you could circle we just needed to attach a different evaluation form that was formatted correctly.
I printed off your clean version, but I did not include the new evaluation form. But
Yeah.
I can. It's literally just a spot for each one of those to be circled.
Right,
It
right.
asks the question and puts the numbers on it. There was no edits as far
Oh,
as.
I know what it was. This one was, page 12. It used to be when you did that short-term disability, we used to have to exhaust our PTO and our vacation time. Now you guys have got it to where they, must exhaust just their vacation time. Why do we get away from PTO? When you're given a benefit and these people get sick or hurt off the job, now you're letting them keep their PTO time and not exhausting it before they started with your short-term disability?
Well, that came up in Greendale, and I think the thinking was, and Becky can probably confirm this, but the problem was if you go off on PTO time or you go off short-term disability, and then you come back and then you get sick again, and you have no ability to work through that, you have a problem.
Yeah.
So we just thought it was a fair way of doing business.
There's that interest, and then at the district, because we just ran into this, there is no maternity leave per se in our contract. So, in my mind, short-term disability is what covers maternity leave. So, you take off for maternity leave, I think, yes, you should use your vacation, but you're going to need to go to doctor's visits and all these things after you have a baby. So that was part of that thought.
Is that how that works there?
That works, amazing.
Well, and I get.
So in Greendale, we did the opposite though, right?
This is why I asked the question, because now that you're saying that,
I don't think so. I
we
thought
had an employee that got hurt,
that was vacation first.
used his short-term, was in a car wreck not long after, had no time,
Go to it here.
and they terminated him. So I get it.
So it was kind of the
That way you
slight
have
section, and then it
Yes.
changes and protects us on this, because I think,
But that's how Lawrenceburg.
I think we should have some sort of maternity leave policy.
Well, we know.
So that
We
covered
found
that.
out after Cop shot it, too, so.
We do, you cover it.
Yeah, I work with the next day.
Well, that makes sense. I just needed some clarification.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah, just to clarify, in Greendale, they have to exhaust their sick time,
Tomorrow they're done.
but they can keep their vacation, 1 week of their vacation time, is how we did it. And the idea is if, you've got the rest of the year to take some vacation days, but sick time is banked for those kind of things.
Is that how it is, Beck?
Yes. So did we do the opposite here?
We did vacation here, you have to
Okay.
use your vacation.
Okay.
Because
That's the way the city of Lawrenceburg is too. Same way I looked at our contract.
in
We're same way.
my mind.
What's that? Same way as
You guys have to exhaust your vacation. I mean,
PTO.
And you're sick?
no, it says exhaust, yours says,
Lawrenceburg's PTO.
I got a copy right here, brother.
I'm almost positive. We got to exhaust our PTO, not vacation. All right.
Yeah, right here. I'll show you after the meeting.
I believe it.
I mean, either way, if you got a vacation day, just
I
use
know.
it for a sick day.
It's one or
That's
the
why-
other, so.
I
Right,
wouldn't
but
ask that
PTO, sick time you can roll over.
Right.
Vacation you can't.
I get.
So
the
if somebody's got
understanding.
600, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just one of the people that I go page for page.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I'm glad you go page to page, you can fully appreciate that I fixed the page numbers on the
I
index.
will see that, because I got it wrote down here where you had, I'm like, what was he smoking at? Good all through there, and then sentences got separated.
Well, that wasn't me. That was the other side using Adobe to Word switching.
I got you. All right, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tommy.
Is there any other question on the contract?
Can I say I'm back?
Hearing no questions, does the board feel comfortable with making a motion on approving the contract in today's meeting?
The contract wouldn't be effective till January 1. Have they presented it to their people yet?
They held a meeting last week, and it was approved, as far as I was told, it was approved by the employees there on their end, so.
So if it, like I said, it's not effective till January 1, so if you wanted to wait till next month, you could, but if the union's already approved it, I don't.
Let's vote on it now unless you got any other questions.
I yield to
Nobody
the
really
mayor's.
wants to wait, you know?
Yeah, mayor's happy.
I'll yield to the mayor's.
Yeah.
We vote on it now, let's get out of the way.
So,
We stand
is that a
up and
motion?
vote.
Pat, is that a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to prove it.
Hammer's right there.
Got a motion to approve the contract as presented and negotiated. Can I get a second?
Brian, second.
Brian seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I guess I did.
Carries. I do have clean copy here that we can
Thought I
sign
yielded
if
to
you
the
would like.
mayor's.
So we'll get that taken care of today. Next up is the NPDES permit renewal, and I hope that I brought that paper with me. If I didn't, then I'm gonna have to track it down.
I don't remember it either.
Chris, did we go over the roof?
Soffit.
Did I skip that? Yeah, we talked about it, going
Okay.
out for bid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beginning of the,
Wait until January to bid it out, so everybody's back in the office and we get
yeah.
appropriate
We get
response.
competitive
I'll go
bids instead of one or two people. Anyway, NPDES permit renewal, again, talked about that earlier in the O&M report, it's been submitted, working with them. I need a paper sign that I thought I brought with me, and I don't, I just have to get Pat's signature on it as the owner of the sewer district. That changed, it used to let me sign off as the authorized agent, and now they want the actual owner to sign the last page, so I had to print that off, and I thought it was here. I don't have it, so I'll have to get with you to
That's fine, just holler at me, I'll stop down.
get that signed. But that's all that there is right now. Again, just working with them. We'll see how it goes when they put a draft out. I mean, they don't really give you a whole lot of information until they issue that draft permit anyway, and then you have to review it and see what happens, so.
I gotta eat crow real quick, you're right here.
It is 6 days.
Make sure that's in the minutes.
I wasn't gonna leave
Put
this
that in
room
there.
without talking to you.
Garrett was right.
Tommy, I think the only problem is the camera can't see you right there.
Meeting.
Okay.
I believe it's Article 9, Paragraph 5, if my memory serves me right.
What are you doing, looking at right now? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Next up is going to be the DMRQA study. Again, it's on the agenda. I know I talked about in the O&M report that I have to run a couple more tests that were required. So we'll get that taken care of. I will report back once we get graded and everything on that. That concludes the unfinished business. Next up's new business, and I don't have any at this time.
Chris, is Alyssa back?
Alyssa did come back, last Monday, November 3rd.
Good.
So I had my first weekend off in 10 weeks. It was rather nice.
Did you do anything, son?
I sat at home, watched cartoons, I'm being honest.
Hang out with
I'm not college football.
Didn't hang out?
I watched Woody Woodpecker and Bugs Bunny.
Best ones.
That's right.
You didn't go to your neighbor's house?
Nope, I drank coffee and watched cartoons, so.
Thank you for covering.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
covering
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I could tell you was something going on, cause I go down this evening like, and then I found out she was off, I'm like, no wonder you're rubbing your
Oh,
head
yeah.
all.
I've lost some hair,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
gained some gray,
That's a part of getting old,
Makes
Chris. What are you, 55 now?
more distinguished. I actually turned 45 at the end.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go bad, dude.
It has been rough.
Next up, just public's request to speak. Sarah, you got anything?
The public.
How's shutdown go? Get done everything you needed done? Is that, I know it's probably way too early to ask this question, but does that look like normal moving forward, or are we?
I do not know. I should hopefully find out tomorrow and I have a rough idea, cause I have to schedule some compliance things that need to be done. And someone told me it's either gonna be the 2 shutdowns again or one extended extra long shutdown, so.
Depends on consumer demand,
Exactly, and how much.
how much we
you
got
know,
stocked, or not we, but they.
Yeah, there's been a shakeup in the company, so, we have a new CEO, so she might help drive sales, really hit the salespeople
Was,
hard, so.
was the last CEO asked to leave, or did he leave on his own accord?
Well, I'm not 100% sure if we had an interim CEO that started last year, and then they just the board hired the new CEO. So, but I'm not sure about the other one.
The previous.
Yeah, the previous one, so.
Okay.
But, so yeah, it's very fluid time, I guess,
Okay.
you know.
I know it's way early to ask, you just came off, but I was just kinda
Yeah.
trying to project a little bit forward for myself
Yeah,
too.
well, no, I mean, you're I mean, I'm right there with you, we have to do staff testing next year, so I'm kind of like, when are we gonna get running for staff testing, so, yeah, so make sure we hit those targets and get.
Anything else from the public? Hearing nothing, next.
So moved.
Brian, we got
Second.
a motion for adjournment, we got a second.